China continues to provoke India as the Doklam standoff enters 51st day. China has refused to heed to India's advice for peaceful dialogue and instead continuing to indulge in warmongering. In an editorial, the Global Times has accused the Modi government of pushing India into a war. This is China's second provocation in 48 hours. In the latest verbal attack from Chinese state media over the border standoff near the India-China-Bhutan tri-junction, the Global Times warned India, saying that if the Modi government refuses to stop, it will push its country into a war-like situation that India has no power to control. The editorial also accused the Modi government of lying to its people that India in 2017 is different from that of 1962. The editorial read, if the Modi government wants to start a war, at least it should tell its people the truth. The editorial further said that the PLA has made sufficient preparation for the military confrontation. So that's the latest. Chinese army's mouthpiece spewing venom against India, using some strong language against the Indian government, as we see that the Doklam crisis has entered its 51st day. And there we see Global Times using strong language against India. So that's the latest. And China's People's Liberation Army on Friday issued a fresh threat to India, demanding immediate withdrawal from Doklam. Just hours later, a new undated video emerged of a live fire exercise in Tibet. In less than 12 hours, two clear provocations from China trying to project India as an aggressor 50 days after actually trespassing into Bhutan. As India stares it down at Doklam and talks of peace, China is left rattled. Out of options, it has now raised the level of its psychological warfare.
China's psychological warfare continues. Fresh dares and yet another drill to scare India. Artillery guns lined up, troops firing rockets, explosions echoing somewhere on the Tibetan plateau. This is a fresh video released by the Red Army. While the date and location remain unknown, one thing is clear. The dragon knows it cannot win decisively in an actual war against India. Its evil design is to win the mind game. It's almost 50 days since the Doklam standoff began, and within 12 hours, the Chinese army has provoked India twice, releasing an exercise video and a provocative statement warning of taking all measures to protect its territory, playing the victim card, and demanding an immediate pullback of Indian troops. China has no option but to step up its psychological operations as India displays maximum restraint.
The peace and tranquility in the border areas we consider is a prerequisite for a smooth development of bilateral relations between India and China.
The overall atmosphere of the relationship and would also in the long run contribute to the solving of the problems that could exist between India and China.
It is not lost on India or the world how China continues to play a double game on terror and territory, taking anti-terror vows and yet again blocking India's bid at the UN to designate Maulana Masood Azhar a global terrorist, blowing the peace pipe with Prime Minister Modi and then warning of war. China is up to its dirty old double tricks, and India knows better than to fall into its trap. With Anant Krishnan in Beijing and Geeta Mohan in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.